Hello awesome viewers, welcome to AC Studio. I have just received this humongous Joytoy Imperial Knight figure and I'm doing a review at the moment, but I realized that not many reviews really put focus on the pilot himself. Pilot comes together with the Imperial Knight, and of course, naturally we'll just focus on the Imperial Knight because it is just one of the biggest Joytoy figure, also one of the most impressive, but I actually quite like the pilot. And the thing about this figure is it is also come exclusively with the Imperial Knight, and that is why this figure is a bit rare compared to other Joytoy Warhammer figures. The pilot definitely deserves a separate video. This video will be a short one, won't be really long. I'm gonna focus on the pilot only. And now let's take a look at the pilot, so-called the Noble or Scions. Once again, what Joytoy is really good at is the head sculpting. You see the head sculpt is amazing, the color, the weathering of the face is beautiful, the painting is simply pretty good, on a high standard. The figure also comes with an alternative head as well, which is the helmet. You can see the helmet is really nice as well. I really like this, single, Cyclops-like eye lens. So the helmet is really cool. The details are really good as well. The back is also very nice, and his left hand comes with a, like information panel, and also extra cabling, to be integrated together, man and machine together. You see on his right arm is the Throne Mechanicum Reliquary, kind of like a sacred box that he can able to link up his spirit, or minds, with the Imperial Knight. And you can see there are a lot of cables also, attached together, even though he got this pipe, linking up to the box. Apparently, you can actually pull the cables away from. All you have to do is hold this part, don't pull the cable, hold this part here and just pull it off like that. So you can actually remove this box and treat it as an accessory, and then you can able to put it inside the cockpit. Because the cockpit is very tight, you cannot able to put this thing in it, right? Barely able to fit this thing under the legs, or next to the legs. This is something that Joytoy should be doing to all the rest of the figures. But otherwise, I am very happy with this design. And you can see the body also got other, cables, linking to other parts of the body. So you can see there are two next to the chest, that linking to the hip area here. And that's a kind of like a hip armor, and also very nice sculpting on the boots. And also apparently you can actually pull this pipe away from the chest, so you can pull this off. So this is another feature, but it doesn't do anything, does not have any attachment to the pilot seat inside the Knight. It doesn't serve any purpose. The pauldron as well, got these icon, and beautiful sculpting. And same as the other one as well, looking really nice. The back of the figure is equally amazing. You can see the backpack area, more cables at the back, more pockets, and also come with a gun sleeve, so for some funny reason, with the gun, but you don't get a gun as an accessory. But anyway, so everything is really cool. So as you can see, they gave you a few accessories on this figure. So one is the head without the helmet. And the other one is, I mentioned before, the box, and also the helmet. And they also give you two exchangeable hands. And I'm not too sure why Joytoy gives you two, hands, which, holding the gun. So you can see the finger on the trigger. But I don't really understand where's the gun. So I better double check whether it's supposed to come with a gun.
2 very boring minutes later.
I've double checked, it does not come with a gun. Well, you can use one of those, guns from the Imperial Guards, if you want. Otherwise, these are all the accessories. And of course, it also comes with a base, a clear base, but I didn't bother to show you here. And basically, in terms of articulation, This figure got all these, standard articulation in a Joytoy figure. Shoulder joint portion actually stick on the outside, just like a McFarlane figure, right? So it doesn't really, affect the movement of the shoulders, the elbow joint, the wrist ball joint, upper torso, the waist joint, which is actually a little bit limited. You cannot able to turn a lot, not because of the pipe, even to pull this off, right? From the body. It just have limitation to it, right? But doesn't really matter, you rarely gonna turn it, more than 90 degrees or more than what you see right now. And then the hip joint, and also got the swivel on the hip. And then the knee joint, which got really good movement, yeah, and the ankle. So they got all, and the toe joint, of course, so it got all this, really cool articulation. And then in terms of scale comparison, you can see it is exactly the same scale as the Imperial Guards. And you can see compared to the latest Secret Level Blade Guard and also the Space Marine 2 Artificer Armor Guy. So you can see the size differences here, right? The reason why it comes with pilot is because it also got a cockpit inside the Imperial Knight. So let me put the pilot inside the cockpit first. So this is where the cockpit is. I'm going to show you in the detail review of the Knight later anyway. So you open like that, and there it is, the pilot seat. You cannot see much here until I turn the lights on. So I put the lights on, and that is how it looks like. This is the interior of the pilot seat. Details inside this cockpit is amazing, like you get all the details on four sides, and even including the control panel here and on the other side. But anyway, I'm going to show you in detail in the Knight video. So anyway, I'm going to put this figure inside. So let's pull this thing out. I do notice that many reviews, they don't show you the pilot inside the pilot seat or show you how you put the pilot inside the cockpit. To me, this is probably one of the most important aspects, because having the pilot inside the cockpit, is one of the most important play features. Let's put it inside now. Alright, so once you put the pilot into a sitting position, so you can just basically, put it inside like that. The cables is a bit of a pain, but otherwise, it should be quite easy to put it inside. And yep, done. So it's actually quite easy to put it inside. I'll just quickly show you how it looks like inside the cockpit. So this is how the pilot looks like inside the cockpit with the blue lights turned on. This is something that I really like, kind of like a mecha, with a pilot inside a robot, something like that. So looking really nice. My next video will be on the review of the Imperial Knight. So please stay tuned, and you'll see the full review on the Knight itself. Right. This is one of the biggest Joytoy Warhammer action figure to date. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.